What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the YouTube Barber Academy. And today we're just going to do a quick little live. We got some stuff to react to, and we got a handful of topics here as I pull up all of my information here. Shout out to everybody who jumps in the room on these last minute lives. We just decided real quick we're going to do it. I got a couple of funny clips that I just finished, and one of them I just posted, but it's actually a true story. And I wanted to see, what would you guys do in this situation? This actually happened to me. Let me pull out my comment section here so I can see if anybody writes anything. And let's see what our audio is looking like. Audio is looking good. Am I looking good? Am I sounding good? Is everything good? And we are good. We are off to the races here. So a couple of funny things I just wanted to cover here. Would you ever kick a client out of your shop? Do barbers owe their loyalty to the clients, or is it the other way around? How late is too late before you get, let's say, canceled? Would you raise your prices on a loyal client, or do you keep their price the same because they've been supporting you all along? A lot of barbers don't practice what they preach. We're going to talk about that. And when the client thinks they're the barber, that's kind of a funny one there. So should we talk about deep topics in the chair, or should it just be light kind of fluff? I remember reading this one book called Big Talk. They were just saying, like, jump right into these extreme conversations with people, and it definitely would be more interesting that way. Just kind of some funny stuff here to go through. And I'm going to kick this little live off with a short that I just finished a second ago. And this is actually a true story. How much is a cut?
You guys are open this early? How much is a cut? How much you got? I don't know, I'd probably go like 20 bucks.
Nah, man, it's actually 50.
50 bucks? Yeah, bro. I got this coupon from XYZ Cuts. I'd much rather come here if you guys would honor it. $10 off. Now listen here, man. When you head out of here and you go to that road there, you make a right, you'll find that place about 2 miles down on the right.
So actually that really did happen. What happened one time was guy comes in, he's like, hey man, I'd like to get a haircut. We're like, yeah, sure, go ahead, sit down, we got you. And right as he's walking over to sit down, he says, hey, I got this coupon here from, we'll just say XYZ Cuts. Could you honor it here? Because I'd much rather come here. And one of the other barbers, like, I was kind of like a little bit shocked. Like, I didn't really know what to say yet. It was just kind of all processing because he was an inch away from sitting down. One of the other barbers, my boy Cody, he pipes up. He goes, hey, you'll find that place about 2 miles down on the right. Would you have serviced the customer who came in and did something like that? Just curious, man, if you would actually do that or not. So one of the first topics we were going to talk about today, what would it actually take for you to kick a client out? Like, what's your bottom line? Is it disrespect? Is it hygiene? Is it chronic lateness? What is something, like, right in the comment section, what is something that a client did to make you want to just like end the cut mid fade? And if you want to tell the story without naming names, I would love to hear it, because I think some of these things are kind of funny. But when you get right down to it, obviously this doesn't happen very often. This has really only happened probably my whole career. I could really only recall maybe like two instances where we actually kicked somebody out of the shop. And one of the very first times that ever happened, there was a guy, he was waiting for a while too, like at least 45 minutes, right? And when I was looking there, I'm like, he comes up, I call him up in the hierarchy, he's in the queue, so I call him up to go ahead. And make a long story short, he goes, this place is like a goddamn Supercuts. All I see is the clippers. Don't any of you guys know how to use scissors? Now I was like, yeah, sir, no problem. I can use scissors. I didn't tell him I was actually a cosmetologist or that I taught any of this stuff. Like, I didn't say any of that. I was like, yeah, sir, I could do that. And he just keeps going. And he's like, he goes, this place is garbage and all this stuff. So I'm like, all right, you know what, man? I'm like, if you don't like it, you could get the hell out of here. And I took the cape off of him, and he just kind of looked at me like stunned. Now, I was still a little bit of a young hothead. I think I probably could have handled that a little bit better, but I didn't. I didn't handle it that great at that time. I think as we get a little bit older, a little bit wiser, we wind up kind of learning how to handle these situations, man. He said, "Is it a fake beard?" Let's see. I could hang like a 10-pound weight from. No, it's definitely not a fake beard. It's kind of hilarious, man. Some of y'all, so many people too. When I'm out and about, they'll see the beard and they'll be like, "Man, that beard is like absolutely perfect. Is it real?" I'm like, yeah, like I will go around wearing like a fake beard. It's kind of funny, man. So the next one is, do barbers owe loyalty to the client or the other way around? So, you ever have a client like kind of just ghost you after years that you've been cutting his hair, and you're just like, maybe even text him, you're like, yo, man, where you been? Everything good? And you don't get nothing. And then the other way around, obviously, we want our clients to be loyal to us, but a lot of times, it's not really your fault when a client leaves you. Sometimes there's just a better chemistry with somebody else. Sometimes they move. Sometimes they're just tired of driving so far to go to your shop. If you thought for a second that you were going to build your whole book of business on one client, you were out of your mind. That was never going to happen. But, it still hurts a little bit to lose somebody. But I kind of like to preach, like within our shop, like, hey, if you got to move on from a different barber, it's best if we could keep this person in the shop. So we want to make sure that we treat them right. We still respect them when they come through and everything like that. But it's just one of those things that kind of hurts a lot of newer barbers, I think, especially because they're just like, yo, I'm not good enough, man. Why did I lose this client? I'm not making money. These other guys are busier. Like it could be really easy to just kind of get down on yourself. And man, these comments are wild, bro. You guys are out of control. He said, when you come into Afghanistan, I don't have any current plans to visit there, but I don't have nothing against it, man. I mean, who knows? So how late is too late? Like, we work by appointments. I have an appointment booking app, right? It's booked in. I've talked about it with you guys a lot. This is probably one of the worst situations that could happen is somebody walks into the shop, they're sitting down, they're waiting for a haircut, right? You're not busy. You don't have anybody in your chair right now, but you literally have a customer about to show up in like 5 minutes. So you tell this customer, no, man, I really can't take you. Can I schedule you for a little bit later? Maybe one of these other guys could take you. You do everything you can to go like above and beyond for this customer. And the customer winds up leaving. And then you realize 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, and maybe your client doesn't show up at all. So now you missed out on that potential walk-in and you lost your appointment. So it's kind of like you got double screwed, right? And that's never good. That's never good. So at the end of the day, when you're trying to do an appointment scheduling app, those customers have to take priority. You have to give them that priority. And when you have people that show up late, habitually late, or it's more or less, to me, it's kind of like if your client is always on time, if he's good, and something just happens and he winds up late, to me, there's no problem with that. Every once in a great while, I could be late too. So let's not be like, oh, barbers are always on time, because I know most of y'all be lying. Most of y'all are not on time. Not always on time anyways. But if your client is a good client, treats you well, shows up, does all the things they're supposed to do, and has some kind of mishap, that's not really what I'm talking about. But I have personally seen customers take advantage of other barbers where they're constantly late, just constantly late. And they just kind of don't really understand probably that I'm booked back to back to back to back. You're late by 10 minutes. I maybe think that I can get through your haircut and make that time up. But if I lose that 10 minutes here, maybe 5 minutes somewhere else, I could wind up 15, 20, 30 minutes behind. And it could really be a drag, when that happens. So let's look at the next one here. Since the comments ain't really, you guys are making some comments about some completely unrelated stuff that we're talking to. But the next one was, would you raise prices? By the way, guys, I jumped on ChatGTP and I just said, what are 10 topics that are really popular right now that barbers are talking about, discussing, and things like that. So the next one that they put on the list here, would you raise prices on a loyal client? So when it comes to the time to raise the prices on your clients, it's never an easy thing. It's never a comfortable thing. But at the end of the day, it's really just a supply and demand thing. So if you, who are in short supply, are in high demand, uh, no matter what business you're in, it really wouldn't be very smart if you wouldn't raise your prices. Yes, are you going to lose some people? Sure, sure. You're probably going to lose some people. But at the end of the day, if your chair is booked out, I would say over 2 weeks, you are over 2 weeks completely booked out, it probably is time to raise your prices. And it really doesn't make a difference if that client is just a long-time client or a loyal client. Most of them guys are going to understand. And another way that they tend to understand, which is actually kind of funny, sometimes them going somewhere else one time can actually really be a big benefit to you. So they go somewhere else one time and they say like, damn, that guy kind of wing dinged me, man. My haircut ain't nowhere near as nice as it usually is when I go to Ed. Sometimes people don't understand the level of customer service, the level of experience that you have with their hair, because the more I cut a person's hair, the better I'm going to get at it. If you guys would have seen me do Julian's hair the other day, I've put him on the live a few times. I think he's been in about 3 different lives. We did a live cut on him like 2 days ago with the rain. I tried a different process and I actually struggled way less. I got the haircut done really quick. I was really happy with it. So as I get more comfortable with your hair, I just get more efficient with doing your hair, and I'm definitely going to do a better job than somebody taking their first crack at it. I know that you got this little section back here that don't go well. I know that you got some weird colics that, we might have to leave a little bit longer. So there's a bunch of different stuff like that you're just going to get better as you go. So I don't see a problem when you're raising your prices. Obviously, you don't want to raise your prices too extreme. Like if you're charging $30 a cut and then the next day you come in, you're like, guess what, guys, it's $100 a cut. That's probably not going to go over too smooth. But if you do it gradually and if you do it the right way, I don't see why it would matter if your clients were loyal or not. Number 6, when the client thinks they're a barber, the mirror checks, the more like fade it right here, things like this. Like there's definitely some finicky clients out there. And I actually kind of think that some of these clients could actually be good barbers because they're starting to kind of key in and kind of pick up on that barber eye. And that's something that we talked about a lot on this channel. Like when I'm teaching people how to cut hair, it's very hard to fix a problem that you can't see. So once you develop your eye to actually be able to see these kinds of problems, then you're going to be able to go in there and fix and adjust them properly. But really, until you do that, it's very difficult to try to fix something that you can't see. So I actually kind of think that a lot of people wind up becoming barbers because they're not happy with the barbershop experience they were getting. So they started cutting their own hair. And next thing you know, it led to cutting maybe a friend's hair, something like that. And, it goes on from there. So there are people who are just not worth having in your chair. And I have been through that one time where, I had a client that was just really a pain every single time. He was just always, hey man, can you do a little bit more here? Can you do a little bit of this? You know what? Instead of a taper, can we make this a low fade? Hey, yeah, I got you. And I would do all this extra stuff for this client. And then it just kind of dawned on me that, and this was at a time where I was a walk-in barber. So it was really just messing me up. It wasn't really messing up the rest of the shop the way it does when, oh shoot, my one camera went out. It wasn't really messing up the rest of the shop the way it does when you actually have a schedule to maintain, because that can mess up the whole rest of the shop. But in that case, I just said to myself, like, this client is just not worth keeping. I mean, at the end of the day, this client is not worth the money and the time that I'm spending. So one day I went to him and I just said, yo, I'm done. Um, I'd like you to find a different barber, do your thing. And, we moved on. But that's really only happened like one time in my entire time doing this. So I guess if you look at it that way, it's really not all that bad, honestly. So the next one says, should you talk deep topics in the chair? Uh, some people vent heavy stuff, relationships, trauma, politics. Do you keep it light? Do you let them talk it out? Where are your boundaries at? That's kind of the question here. I think this one is getting at, because there's a lot of people out there that are like, hey man, just customer service, just keep it a buck, don't talk no politics, no religion, no this, no that. Um, I will say that in this area, the area that I currently live in, I would say that that's pretty difficult to do. A lot of people want to come in with some strong opinions. Let's see if I can get this other camera going again. So a lot of people, they want to come in with some strong opinions, and they want to talk, and they want to argue, and they want to have fun, and they want to debate topics. And if you do it in a lighthearted way, you could definitely do it. You definitely know when a customer comes in and they're going to be really difficult, or that if you say the wrong thing, if you could read people, which I think most barbers get pretty good at that. I'm personally not afraid to talk about any topic in the shop. We get some pretty hot debates about NFL teams, any sports teams, really. We get into some hot debates about politics. We get into there's a way to go about it and keep it fun. And there's a way to go about it. And if you're the type of person that just doesn't have the stability mentally to just deal with that, then, maybe you shouldn't do it. But if you can do it in a playful and fun way, I mean, I say go for it. Mike's comment came in here really small. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can't make it very big. Oh, here we go. Maybe that's it. Oh, he goes, all right. Mike says, I plan to raise my prices. In the meantime, I would like to price new clients that I want. I don't know why your comment came in like that. Usually it doesn't do that. He said, I plan to raise my prices soon. Meantime, I'd like to price new clients the price that I want to shoot for $3 more. I think that would be fair. I think that would be fair for you to just do that across the board. I don't think that you need to be, because what that is you're afraid to raise your prices, so you're being a little more careful. And I don't think you really need to be. I think if you understand your value, if you're raising your prices for the right reasons, just raise your price and don't be afraid of the consequences. I mean, just set a date. We're very close to January, the start of the next year. A lot of people raise their prices right around there. That's kind of why bringing this up actually sort of makes sense right now. But if you're going to raise your prices, just raise your prices and just be firm with it. Just say, look, guys, if your haircut was 30 and you're moving to 33, okay, guys, listen, man, from going forward, you can say, like, this is usually the line you need to say. Today, your haircut's 30, and the next time you come back, I just want you to know that the haircut prices have raised to 33. So that way you won't have any misconceptions here. I think that camera wants to die on me. That actually never happens. I'm guessing that battery's probably toast, but don't really matter. So, all right, let's go through the next one here. It says, should barbers cut family and friends for free? This is definitely a tough one, man. It's definitely a tough one because a lot of you guys got started with your family and friends, and family is very important to obviously a lot of people. So a lot of people are going to cut. I remember Kenny, he's always kind of him and his little brother are always going at it about the haircut price. He's like, man, he didn't even pay and his haircut's hard as hell. It's kind of funny, but obviously that's up to you. I think every barber's got a couple of people they do for free, but I think if it's like extended family, like your brother-in-laws and stuff like that, like, why shouldn't they pay you? Why wouldn't they want to support you? Like, if your family, right? If your family, for instance, like my family has a real estate agent in it, we're going to use the real estate agent and we're going to pay for that. And we want to do that because we want to support them. And in the same case, just because you're cutting hair doesn't mean that you can't be supported like that. So I don't think it's out of the question to have them pay. I think it would actually be kind of smart to have them pay. But at the same time, I completely understand, if you don't do that. Man, these are some dumbass comments that you guys are dropping over here. What's the last one is, what is the biggest red flag in a client? Does he complain about his last barber? Does he try to haggle the price? Does he try to eat food at the shop? What is the big red flag for a client? I think honestly, like a client who, just like in the beginning of this video, a client who tries to haggle the price for your haircut, like right off the rip in the very beginning, to me, that's definitely a bit of a red flag. So if somebody comes in and already starts in with that, I would already think to myself like, okay, this person is either gonna be cheap or not respect me, or all of these other things would definitely go through my mind. And that's definitely something that I would feel is a red flag. How about you guys, man? What up, Rusty? Good to see you in the house, man. So yeah, man, I've been just kind of checking out some different things, some different ideas. The lives have been jumping, man. A lot of you guys been jumping in the lives and kind of having some fun with them. So let's see how silly barbering is getting here. I'm gonna jump over to IG here for a second. If I can make this a little smaller, I will. Let me figure this out. Give me 1 second. All right, so we're just on the explore page here for IG, and I just wanted to look at some of these like trending styles. Like this one here is pretty well blown up. I mean, now he's looking at this, bro. He's looking at this like this is a serious cut. He's not smiling. It isn't funny. And this kid had like a beautiful head of hair. And this haircut, somebody called it a bullet. A bullet. This haircut right here, he looks very aerodynamic. You go straight to the comment section in one of these types of haircuts. I think that's hilarious, bro. He said he looks aerodynamic. I would like to try this haircut, but I really couldn't imagine doing this to somebody. Like me personally, if somebody came in and asked for something like this, like I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know what to say. But let me ask you guys this: that haircut is definitely. He did a great job on that haircut. There's no question about it. Um, he crushed that haircut. That's got 1 million likes. It would be a lot of fun to do a haircut like that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that makes any sense. Like this is not real barbering anymore. Like this is getting a little ridiculous. Like here we go. We got this one here. I mean, there's a lot of color in here that's hiding any potential mistakes that there could be here. But regardless, it's a pretty good haircut. But I mean, dude, who would wear this? Like honestly, who would wear this? Like you would have to be out of your mind to wear something like this. I mean, can you imagine showing up to a job interview with something like this? But I mean, it definitely makes sense to do this type of stuff on like Instagram, but it don't make no sense to do like this is not real barbering. Like a lot of the stuff that you guys are seeing out here, none of it's real barbering. I mean, the amount of clients that are going to ask, even for like a simple design like this is dope. It's a clean design, looks good. A lot of people are not really asking for this stuff. Like this is not going to be something that you're going to be doing all the time. But like if somebody gives you the opportunity to do it, heck, I say jump, do it. Give it a try, do something. I have no idea what 1.4 million likes. Oh, what? Really? Dude, what a thumbnail. What? What is going on here, dude? Yo, imagine if you could just dunk your head into something like that and come out with a perfect haircut. Like if we're living in the future, like bang, done. That's crazy how well that did that. I mean, imagine how much time like it would actually take to do something like that to somebody's hair, like legitimately. Like that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know, man. I mean, that one I kind of like. I mean, it's obviously not permanent. He could wash that off. Nothing to it. Nothing to it here. Let's see if we can find something that's a little more. Okay, what's going on with this here? Is he? He's doing like, all right, so he's doing like a design. Nice coming back with the makeup, and that's really gonna make it look like that's really gonna make it stand out and pop. So like this is what I'm talking about, man. You guys see these really clean looking designs like this? Like this is a cool design, no doubt about it. Looks clean, looks nice. But like who would actually be wearing makeup like on their head like that regularly? Like this is gonna look good until he showers, and then that's gonna be the end of that. Like, and I'm not the type of guy who's got any problem with doing like some kind of some kind of enhancements, but like I kind of like when it's a little more realistic. Like I'm not sure what's about to happen here. This just shows you like there's a big line in this haircut. This just shows you the magic that you can pull off with color. I mean, look at this. I mean, yes, you can still see a big ridge there, but I mean, dude, it just goes to show you that like if you're using some color here, you can definitely pull off something incredible. I mean, that just went from like a not so good haircut to half decent looking. And obviously he could fade that piece out right there and it would look real good, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's not super realistic. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'll see this beard. This beard looks dope. Oh, here we go. So this is kind of interesting. Like this guy's got a great beard shape. He could do anything he wants because he has hair there. You know, some people are pretty light in the they don't have a lot of hair follicles right there, but this is kind of interesting that he's able to kind of do this. Let's see how he pulls this off here. Shaving this area can be a real pain in the neck. I really like using an electric shaver for some of this, at least a trimmer to get this thing started. This dude must have went through about 25 razors so far to do that. Now this little move right here above the lip with the shears, I feel like he's gonna cut his lip. Keep it easy, bro. Now he done painted it. He did do that though. He did his thing though. I mean, it looks pretty good. He did his thing. That video got probably what 3,000 likes. That ain't bad. That's pretty good. Pretty good cut. All right, what we got here? What we got here? 28,000 likes. All right, let's face it, man. This guy didn't have like the greatest hair to begin with. I'm not sure what like you get that many like what? So he's gonna show up to a job interview with this? I mean, no doubt the barber did his thing here, bro. I'm not criticizing these barbers. Like if somebody sits down, they're like, yeah, I want to do this. I mean, he didn't have a ton of hair to begin with, I guess. I mean, I just couldn't imagine like going around in life, doing that. What else we got here? What else we got here? Got some Michael Jackson impersonators and stuff here. Some of these cuts, man, they be looking so clean. You look at this one here. Look at this Photoshop job, bro. Look at that. That's the real cut. And that's the Photoshop. And they're not even trying to hide it no more. We stop it right there, bro. That's a good cut. That's a good haircut right there. Exactly how it is. And then in order to make it bang on Instagram, you got to get this going here. What are the comment sections? It's all in Spanish. I don't know. There's not that many comments. I just figured like if that went viral, I feel like there'd be a lot of comments to a thing like that, man. Man, this is the strangest group of people ever assembled in one room that I got going on here. All right, this one got 57,000 likes. This guy's got some pretty fine hair. Oh, he's using the sabers, bro. He's using the sabers. Now look what he's about to do. Look what he's about to do. He did this bottom line here, right? He did the trimmer. I think he actually already ran the shaver. Right above that, he left this line kind of long just for the video purpose, and he did an open taper right here. And now I bet you he's gonna sandwich that open taper between the 1.5. That's just such a killer move, man. It really works really well, and it helps you get that blend just like looking really nice. But a lot of this is just theatrics, man. He's leaving that big line there so that he has this nice moment at the end. Man, look at his sabers, bro. My man has been using these things. He has worn off the paint where his thumb goes. I've had mine for years, dude. Mine don't look nothing like that. This probably comes from spraying the case. When you go to oil it, you probably sprays the case. But I didn't even see the end of that cut. I don't know. It looked pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure if that thumbnail and that cut, but I mean that was a good cut. So I mean, I can't complain about that. This is all the stuff that's going like viral in the barber business right now. I mean, they're like the days of just doing like a normal haircut. Where did they go? That's a good cut right there. That's a good cut, dude. It don't even look like there's any enhancements in it. It looks like this kid's just got some awesome hair. I have a client who has hair like this. It's just crazy how clean it could look when you go after it and you do it all the right way. It's pretty sleek. Like that's slick. That's slick. I really like that. You ain't got to get too crazy here. So many of them are like super Photoshop though. And this is the problem, man. Is like clients come in and they're like, "Hey, can I get this cut?" And you do the cut. Like here's one that doesn't look like it's photoshopped at all. Just a little bit of color. Oh, he's putting the star in with the shears. Okay. Definitely interesting. I mean, what's he doing? He's double bubbling it. Oh, that's double bubble is double trouble, dude. I mean, I think the premise of this one is he wanted to use a shear the whole time. And then he's going to put the enhancement in there. I mean, to me, it just seems like a lot of extra work, man. You could have just used clippers and done that pretty quick. But hey, man, I think like when the color was added, it really sharpened it up. I personally wouldn't have probably done that with shears. Just it don't make a whole lot of sense to do that with shears. But if if you want to, why not? Let's see what we got going on with the. Let's go to Stylecraft real quick. We'll go to Stylecraft real quick. Let's see what they got cooking over here. They always be like reposting some dope barbers. Yo, look at my man Victorino. Got $5,500 to do this cut. How cool is that, man? He had to cut DJ Khaled. Little house call there. That is one showman and a half right there. Victorino is he is just the greatest on stage to ever do it, man. What we got cooking over here? Oh, we got 360 Jeezy. What is 360 Jeezys that are they are not the normal kind. I think he had these kind of customized. Look at what he did to these things, man. These things look sick. I need me a 360 Jeezy that looks like that. You already know this cut about to come out fire. So he's got a saber, set in a nice little guideline with the saber. Looks like he's using the regular dubs, the regular dub guards. A lot of people who like the Andis guard system, a lot of them like the dubs because the dub sizing is very similar. That's a clean cut, y'all. What y'all think? That's a clean cut. That's a clean cut, man. Oh, it's my boy Jesse. This Jesse Elite. And he always does this, man. This guy's got a lot of people that could cut his hair. He owns a couple of shops in Chicago, and he's still cutting his own hair all the time. But when he's done, you wouldn't know it, man. He crushes it, man. He crushes the haircuts. He's using the 360 GZ. So one thing that's really nice about that clipper is that blade making that noise. If you are cutting the back of your head, it makes it so much easier to hear. I actually cut my own hair the other day. Um, I don't know. I was sitting here. I was about to film a video, and I said to myself, "You know what? I think I just need a. I just need a minute to do my own hair because I knew the next day I was gonna be super busy at the shop. I wasn't gonna be able to take the time to do it. I don't know if you guys seen this one, the little homie. Wait till this gets in focus. See, that's a tiny little trimmer, perfect for body grooming, perfect for just doing just general maintenance on yourself. I mean, it actually comes with a pretty cool guard that is adjustable. So if you want to trim your beard down, just like this guy's doing, you can. You don't have to be a barber, obviously, to use this stuff, but it's cool. It's cool. It's like something something different. And I actually had probably like 4 or 5 customers buy one. Well, I took this photo. This was at Premiere. That's the the great Victorino on stage. And we got my man Drastic. Oh, that Drastic's just on the thumbnail because that's look at this, man. Crazy. It's got a mixture of all these here. Putting in the work. Man, this whole team is so talented. There goes Mo. There was ET. I'll tell you what, man. This whole team of Gamma and Stylecraft educators and the show team members, bro, they're second to none. This is such a fun video, man. I can't wait to show you guys the actual videos. When I'm able to show you the actual videos, there's actually a 9-part series. So this girl here, Lexi, never cut men's hair before. And me and John, we went down there and we taught her everything she needed to know. It took 2 days. We worked it out. We worked really hard with her. She got really good really quick. And we filmed the entire thing. It's a series. We got 8 episodes, filmed it, edited it. It's all ready to go. I just gotta wait. I'll probably start releasing some of those episodes because I think it'll really help any cosmetologist who's out there getting just maybe getting discouraged, maybe wanting to try something. This is L'Oreal, and she's from Buffalo, like myself, and she is just gas, man. She really knows how to cut hair well. We had her last year in the Stylecraft educator thing, and I think she's just an excellent barber, man. Plus, she's over there in Buffalo. We're Bills fans over here. I mean, look how tight that taper looks, man. She just does her thing. She does her thing. I'd have to think, bro, like if I was living in Buffalo still, I'd probably be over there trying to work with her. She gets so many cool clients too. She's got so many dope people to work from. We were just actually meeting today about all the different shows and all the different things that we're about to do this year. So like, there's going to be a lot of educational opportunities. If you guys are out there pretty much in any city, East Coast, West Coast, North or South, there's going to be something for you guys to join and check out. Never seen this before. Let's see what this is. He's going through with the X Instinct. A lot of people actually preferred this one. A lot of people like the X Instinct because it's very ergonomic. It's a little bit bigger than the regular Instinct, but the shape, like the cylindrical shape, is a little smaller. So a lot of people like that. As you can see, he's using the wall guards, but you can put wall guards on this. It don't matter. Like if you prefer it, or if that's what you got, or that's what you got laying around, you can do that. I actually really prefer having the magnetic guards. I think that makes a big difference. Shit, even Supreme commented on that. Supreme Trimmer says, super sharp as always. Yeah, got a lot of love here. Got a lot of love here, man. That's the Echo Crunch Blade. We got a couple of videos coming out talking about all this stuff, but yeah, man, that looks like that's what's about new with Stylecraft here. They're making it happen, one cut at a time, and yeah. So looks like you guys enjoyed the live, man. We were just checking out here. checking in here, checking you guys out, seeing what's good, and figured, go do a little live here, have some fun with you guys. We do appreciate you here at the YouTube Barber Academy, jumping in here, just hopping on a quick live. I think it's dope that we could do this. And probably the next time I go live, we'll be back at the shop and we'll be making it happen over there. So I will catch you guys in my next one. I'm out of here. Peace.